Will Anthony Joshua beat Otto Wallin? Let's get into this one. Hello, welcome to Tommy Edson. I hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So, will Anthony Joshua beat Otto Wallin? And this is on the December the 23rd card. This is the day of reckoning. There's some great fights on the undercard, let's say. We've got Deontay Wilder against Joseph Parker, who will win there, of course. But for me, the biggest fight, the one of most interest, not because it's the biggest fight, but the one that holds the most interest going forward, for me, is the Joshua Wallin fight. Who will win? Now, of course, I could give you my prediction, my top tip, but it means absolutely nothing. What I will say is this. My top tip is this, that I think that Anthony Joshua will win this fight, and he'll win it within 4 rounds. Why? Why am I saying that? Why do I think that? Because I think he has to win it. He has to win this convincingly. He has to put Otto Wallin away with any chance of him going forward, challenging for a world title, getting into the Deontay Wilder fight. If he loses, that, for me, all fades away. In fact, if he loses against Otto Wallin, he might as well just quit boxing. There'd be nowhere else for him to go. He can't even afford for it to be a close fight. He has to win this convincingly. Why? Because in the last couple of fights against Franklin and against Helenius, he wasn't really that convincing. Okay, the Helenius knockout in the 7th round, of course. Up until that point, he wasn't really that convincing. So everybody's still waiting for Anthony Joshua to become that wrecking ball that we knew him to be years ago. We want that highlight reel. We're hoping that Anthony Joshua will be that highlight reel again. And we're hoping that Otto Wallin won't be such a tough fight for Joshua. He'll put him away in, say, 4 or 5 rounds. Job done, on to the next fight. On to the next fight, well, will it be Deontay Wilder, or will it be, for an IBF world title fight against Hrgović? The fact is that after the Wallin fight, Joshua will be at a crossroads. Does he go for a fight with Deontay Wilder, which apparently has already been lined up as well for March? Or does he sacrifice all that, the big payday, the big Saudi payday, for an IBF world title fight? Now, if he wants to go for world titles, I've already said this, he has to go that route. He has to go with Hrgović, who I believe is going to win his fight anyway. He's going to have to go with Hrgović. They're going to be number 1, number 2 in the IBF rankings. The IBF belt is going to have to be vacated after the Fury-Usyk fight. So therefore, it's the logical choice. But he has to beat Wallin. People are questioning about Joshua, is his mental state and his application, his aggressiveness in this fight. I think he's got to switch this up completely. Stop thinking so much and more just let his hands go. This is what all the pundits would say. This is what any channel would say. This is what any fan of Joshua would want him to do as well. The criticism of Joshua from the detractors, from the naysayers, would say he's too one-dimensional. And now in recent years, he's lost that one dimension. There isn't a lot left. I don't believe that. I'm not necessarily the biggest Joshua fan either, but I'm certainly one who wants to see him do well. And against Wallin, I think there's a real risk there. There's definitely a real risk there. And he could easily trip up. But I don't see Wallin being a fighter that Joshua cannot overcome. And also this comes back to mindset and also about how aggressive Joshua wants to be. If he's aggressive and he takes the fight early to Wallin, I believe that he'll surprise the boxing world. Not in the sense that he'll surprise everybody with a win, but I think he's surprised everybody with his aggressiveness and that he's taking it straight to Wallin. Wallin won't know what to do with him. And in the 4th round, he'll be caught by a big right hand, get that highlight reel that we know is within him, and that's it, it'll be job done. So for me, will Joshua beat Otto Wallin? Yes, I do. I do think he will beat him. Can he beat him? Absolutely. Will he beat him? Well, of course, I'm tipping that he will. The biggest yes here is, must he beat Otto Wallin? Does he need to beat Otto Wallin? And the answer to that is yes, yes, triple yes. He definitely must beat Otto Wallin. Otherwise, his career is over. He can't go any further. There's no point in having a Wilder fight if you can't beat Otto Wallin. Well, you won't get the Hrgović fight. You won't get the IBF title fight because Wallin will be number 2. Wallin is currently number 2 in the IBF rankings. Hrgović number 1, Wallin number 2. You're fighting Wallin to get number 2 slot. So if you don't beat Wallin, guess what? You're not going to get the IBF title fight. Now, your name might carry you through to another couple of fights in terms of prize fighting, in terms of getting money, eyes on the fight. And you might go and fight Deontay Wilder, but you would have lost a lot of boxing credibility. You would have lost any world title contention. Now, people have been talking about Joshua fighting Wilder for the WBC belt. Well, I don't know where that's going to come from. Unless Fury vacates that bout. I can't see him do that. In fact, that's the only bout that he values. The WBC bout, the Ring magazine, and the lineal title, that's all he cares about. If indeed he really cares. So if he vacates that, fine, then Deontay Wilder and Joshua could fight for that. But it's not the logical choice. So for me, Joshua has to beat Wallin. He must beat Wallin. And I think he will beat him. And I think he's going to come out aggressively. And I think he's going to do him in the 4th round. Now, I could have egg on my face here. It could go completely Pete-tong. And I'm not the best picker, that's for sure. Not in boxing, not in MMA, and certainly not in football either. But if he doesn't win, if Otto Wallin takes it the distance, if he gets the win, if he gets a win by knockout, that's it. Game over. That's it. You might as well just retire, Joshua. You might as well just hang up your gloves and go and do something else. There's no point in carrying on. But if you win, then the world is open to you. The boxing world is open to you. If you lose, that's it. There's nowhere else to go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Will Anthony Joshua beat Otto Wallin on December 23rd? What happens if he loses? What happens if he wins? Let us know your thoughts. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. Bye now.